Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you today, and I'm coming at you because this video is about something that I have relied on and something that has been important to me, and it is something that I think many people don't actually talk about. We all talk about the growth that we're embarking, and we don't often tell people tools that we've used to actually um, be successful at that growth. And right now I'm talking about spiritual growth. So if that's not what you want to talk about, you can go ahead and turn this off. First, let me address somebody asked me what lip gloss do I have on. And I got this from Dollar Tree, you guys, and it is by LA Colors. It's called Diamond Shine, and it comes in a package like this, a tube. So it's like a gold tone, but it's really, really good. $1. Who hates on the Dollar Tree? I don't know how we lived without it, but anyway, um, yeah, so you're going to be seeing me look at the screen because I'm actually pulling things up as I speak. But I think that when you're talking about spiritual growth, we are so blessed to have so many different um, tools to use to assist us in that spiritual growth. Now, also, we need to, of course, naturally rely on and seek God for ourselves. And as I've said, many of y'all already know this, but it's not like I lived a really crazy life before. When people see my spiritual growth and when they're just coming in, they don't realize that I've never been the type of person that um, some would say live totally foul. That's just not my personality. I've never lived that life. I've never clubbed. I've never drank in my entire life. Not even no kind of alcohol. I've never done drugs of any kind of drugs. You know, nowadays people don't consider certain things drugs, but drugs is drugs. Um, I've never clubbed. I've never partied and things like that. That just wasn't my style, and that's just what I chose to not do in my life. Now, again, people that just coming in on my videos, when they say or when they hear people say that they see change in me, I don't think that they understand that, it's not like I was straight up, swinging from chandeliers or something. That just wasn't my style. It's just that I've always been a type that tried to remain a lady, tried to remain classy, tried to act with some kind of dignity. But of course, we, being humans, fall back and allow people or things to affect how we act or how we carry ourselves. And at times, even on my videos you will see in the past, I've allowed things to make me jump out of character. And you have to have a certain type of character to in fact jump out of character. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So um, you know the growth that I'm on is not a path that I've never embarked on, nor is it a path that's so much new to me. What is new is my desires, my needs, and my mission and my purpose. Those things, as far as knowing exactly what they are and having a burning desire inside of me, that is what's new. That is what the growth is coming from, and that's what you actually are seeing. Now, like I said, we are blessed with the internet, and the internet is a wonderful tool to grow spiritually. YouTube, even in the midst of all the drama, even in the midst of all the chaos and all the ungodliness that sometimes roam, let's be honest, that roams quite often. Even in people embracing that and cheering that on, um, I think it's important for us to show the positives, the wonderful ways that God is using many people on YouTube. And I thank God for that because it's reaching even beyond stuff that we see on TBN. It's reaching beyond what we see in the pulpit on Sundays. It's reaching beyond what they preach about on New Year's Eve or what they preach about on Easter. It's reaching beyond us seeing the big names. It's reaching beyond, you know, walking a certain walk. It's reaching beyond that, and it's allowing people to be used to grab or to draw attention to the needs and desires for the body of Christ. And I am so thankful and so grateful that I have been able to tap into several resources, several tools that have assisted me daily that you guys don't even know about, and maybe you do. But as far as me actually, I wanted to take time to draw attention to these people. Not that you don't know these people, and in some cases you may don't. Because I found often that the most popular people at times are not the, what's the word? I'll say this. At times, the people that really have substance and really have a message and really are walking the walk, and you can see the light on them, are often the ones that many don't know about, are often the ones that you won't automatically see on TBN. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But that doesn't make their message, that doesn't make the word that's inside of them less valuable. In fact, I found that it's more valuable then. Why? Because they have no alternative motives. Often we see people, once they reach a certain level or make it big, they often have alternative motives. Not because they're bad people, but because sometimes if you're not spiritually ready for certain things, and if these things that made you big are not coming from God, because let's be honest, every blessing that people perceive as a blessing is not of God. It is not coming from God. That's why when I say favor, I'll take God's favor all day long, even if I had to wait an extra 10 years for it, rather than get favor from the world, if you're understanding what I'm saying. So when people, even if they're not bad people, sometimes get big or make it big, they turn slightly off of his plan, off of God's plan, and adapt it to what they want. When people are not trying to make it big, but they're more focused on getting the word out there and showing the grace and mercy of God and giving their testimony, then that's less of them and more of God. I'm going to say that again. When there is less alternative motives, when there is less people trying to run behind people and flock to them, I've noticed that their sincerity is different than somebody's that's already made it. And that's not always the case, but I'm telling you what I've noticed as far as looking at several people that, again, I have used as a tool for me to grow spiritually. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest, sometimes you may not agree with everything that they're saying. I think that sometimes the darkness that we may have in us don't like light. And I've been saying that lately because I've noticed, I've looked at my own life, and I've evaluated certain things, and I do know, and I've come to a conclusion that, like I said several times, darkness does not like light. And because darkness doesn't like light, sometimes you'll have an issue with somebody and you don't even know why you have an issue with them. You'd be like, you know, I just don't like that person. They just rub me the wrong way. And it's not that they're rubbing you the wrong way. What it is that their light that shines on them, their light of God that shines within them, the darkness in you don't like that light. And you'll find yourself not liking people that you don't even know. You'll find yourself not liking people that has never done you wrong. And that is because, again, darkness does not like light. But when you start growing spiritually, and your light and your discernment becomes sharper and sharper as you're growing, you appreciate that much more people that are like you, people that have something of substance to actually talk about, people that are not just going to worry about feeding the silliness that the world offers, but willing to help you feed your spirit and your soul. That is who I want to watch. That is who I want to talk to. That is who I want to be around. Because, see, birds of a feather flock together. And it's several videos that these people I'm going to name have that you need to really watch. It's some I put in my favorites. Once you view those videos, you'll see the actual word that probably spoke to me. And I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that those words were sent by God, and I know they'll speak to you as well. I'm going to share with you a couple of people that I actually watch, you guys, and I really, really need you to go to them and check them out. Not just go to try to pick apart what they are saying, because that's not of God. What I want you to do is actually go with an open mind, go with an open spirit, and try to get something. Try to get something out of what they're saying. Just like you can get something from the person that's in the world, just like you can value what they say, just like you can respect what they say, even though it's of the world. I'm asking you today to get some value out of these people, and to actually get the word that they are offering, get the word that God gave them, and value that word just as you value the word, the world, and not only value it but respect their word just like you respect the word of people in the world. One person I need you to go to is GRACETRUTHTEACHER. All of these people will be in the below description box, you guys. GRACETRUTHTEACHER. When I was fasting, you guys, when I went off of my fast, you guys thought I was not on the computer. As far as when I went off my fast, in fact, I was on the computer. I just went on a sabbatical where I did not talk to anyone. And I needed to do that for my own personal reasons. I needed to do that so that I could not be distracted from hearing others, but hear more of God. And GRACETRUTHTEACHER, I thank God so much for her today, because I am in the sponge effect in my life. I am in the sponge stage of my life. And a sponge, what they do is a sponge absorbs. It's ready to just absorb everything. But see, unlike before, I'm not ready to absorb the trash. I'm not ready to absorb the filth. I'm not ready to absorb that is not of God. I am ready right now, here and now, to absorb all that God has to offer, to absorb how I should walk right, to absorb how to be the woman of God that I need to be, to absorb how to maximize the potential that God has actually placed in me for His good. For His good, that's the key word. And GRACETRUTHTEACHER, she literally, you guys, is exactly what her title says. She's a woman of character. She's a woman of grace. She's a woman of class. But above all, she is a woman of God. And if you can't see that, then clearly you are in darkness, because she truly has such a word, and she does it as she reminds me of like a teacher back in the day that was kind and tender to you, but she led you in the direction that you needed to be led in, and you knew to respect her because she was wise. She had wisdom. She truly is the pure example of a Proverbs 31 woman. And we all throw around that term, and you know I've dissected that in my Bible study on here, but she is the epitome of that. And I thank you so much, GRACETRUTHTEACHER, for actually being that in my life and so many others. Please check her out, you guys. Another person that I watch is Living the Best Life. Before, you guys, at times she has said things that, you know, made me like say, I don't know if I really want to watch her all the time. And I realize now that that was a part of me that was not trying to grow. That was my that was my man inside of me, the inner man, that was saying, oh no, we don't want no extra light shined on you. And I know that now. So definitely go check her out. Again, it will be in the bottom of the description box. And last but definitely not least, the Dimensions of Stacy. The Dimensions of Stacy, she is a bona fide, certified, Holy Ghost filled, okay, preaching since the age of 14 in the pulpit. And I just love her. I just love her. I love her message. I love what she has to say, and she's down to earth. She talks like us, but you definitely going to get the word from her, and she don't have to stand in the pulpit to do it all the time. Although she can do that well too. But definitely check out the description box. I'll have the actual names of everybody spelled out for you guys, but check them out because they have been great tools for me, and I know, and I thank God for it to be tools in your life as well for you to grow spiritually. Be blessed, you guys.